Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat cards, and in this video we'll be focusing on a legendary that went from pretty bad to pretty amazing. And it is for the Eldari faction. It is the Incarn. So this is the most expensive card in the Eldari faction. It's 78 points, and yet it has pretty bad distribution of stats. It has low health for its cost. Regeneration was kind of mediocre, it just doesn't really do enough. And then it has a really huge melee attack, but kind of mid-range psychic attack, which is kind of not the greatest because it's completely useless against ranged decks, and ranged decks are the most abundant in the game, I think. So it just wasn't a really good card, but now with the secondary trait it has Endless. So it will respawn when it dies, and it's actually the only card, I believe, in that the Eldari have with the Endless trait now. So I'm really curious to see how this will actually function. I'm combining it with the Avatar of Khaine, which I have done in the past, and it wasn't really that great, but the Avatar, of course, does have a secondary trait as well, Furious Charge, combined with the Inspiring Presence, so it's going to hit super hard when it deploys. We also got the Solitaire, which also now has Furious Charge and Death Blow, making it really strong. And then we've got one more Death Blow, the Howling Banshee Exarch, which combos with the Avatar. And then we got the little Razorwing Flock with Taunt, just for a little bit of protection. I believe this deck has, 40 initiative, which is kind of on the lower end. Only 4 bodyguards. But let's go ahead and deploy into ranked mode. Eldari are at the top. My faction's in ranked, so I think we might be facing a decent opponent. But let's see how the double avatars do this time. Okay, we are up against Helbrecht with 5 bodyguards. He is at only level 3. Helbrecht does have the double traits. We'll drop the Incarn down here first. I want to see that Endless go off. Okay, as the AI is often prone to do, they deploy the Medicae first. We'll drop the Solitaire down as well. And you know what? I think I'm just going to, yeah, we're just going to drop everything, all the damage dealers down at the beginning, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, the Razor Wings, I think, are good if the enemy has the initiative and they take the first attack. You can deploy it on the first turn to prevent some of the damage. But if you deploy it, if I were to deploy it here, then there'd be a chance that the weak little birds get the melee buff, which you do not want happening because they're going to immediately die, and then you'll just lose that buff. But with these guys, yeah, you definitely want those death blow units getting as many buffs as possible so that when they die, they explode for extreme damage. So far, there's nothing strong on the enemy field. It's kind of a strange deck that we are facing here. I wonder what the final bodyguards are going to be. Going pretty slowly here at first. They don't do much damage, but they have a lot of health. Solitaire got the buff there. Alright, and what's coming out next? We've got Marnie Skalgar. Okay, pretty strong guy there. And he's got Furious Charge, hitting the Incarn for 59. And they are continuing to go ranged. As you can see, this deck does really nothing really against ranged. There goes the first death blow, and the Incarn just got the melee buff there. So yeah, I mean, we could probably just deploy the Avatar. The Razor Wings, again, I don't really want them getting the buffs, so I don't think I'm even going to use them here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and deploy the Avatar. So now we got Inspiring Presence. The Furious Charge is going to activate here. Dealing 74 damage, not bad. And then we can hit him for a total of 418 damage this turn. Wiping the board. And of course giving my guys a total of another 45 melee stats total. Nice distribution there. Now Helbrecht will deploy alongside their final bodyguard, which is Caster of the Damned, and he's got Furious Charge as well. I do not think they can go melee. But I don't know, they might be... Will they have enough? I don't think it's quite enough for the Solitaire to die. Oh, I lied. Okay, well, you will see the Solitaire's death blow go off. Very nice. And 154 damage. Really massive death blow there. Alright, and punching back, the Avatar does have a ranged attack. And now at the end, we can deploy the birds. But yeah, we have plenty of melee by this point. We did not see the Endless go off, but it's still, you know, a good insurance policy to have that Endless there. Like, if, for example, the Incarn were to get hit by a target acquired, even if it died, it would just respawn, and then, I mean, it can even give itself the melee boost after dying, so 352 total damage here, with the Incarn dealing the most. So, looks like a solid build, I think. Definitely gets the job done very quickly. Prior to this, I was running a bunch of like ranged units with the Avatar, and it started off slow. But this one, I think I'm going to be using from now on. I don't know how well it will do, like in the really late tiers of ranked, but I usually don't push too hard into Terra. Eldari at 2,700 trophies. We'll run one more deck here with Eldrad, the other legendary Eldari warlord. Now, the Incarn doesn't combo as well with Eldrad. I think actually what I really want to be using with him is something with Sonic Blast, namely, if I can find it here, at the very bottom we've got the Wraithseer with Sonic Blast. That combos really nicely with Eldrad, especially when you put the card in the right lane, and this thing at level 9 it unlocks Regeneration, giving it some extra defense. It's a really powerful card, but sadly I only have it at level 6, so we're just going to run the Incarn. At least it's going to be very tanky. Forgot to mention, I'm also one copy away from leveling it up, which would give it 60 more health, but factoring in the Endless, that's like almost 100 more health total on the thing, so pretty big upgrade there. Eldrad now has Inspiring Presence, so I used to run Yvraine for the Inspiring Presence, but she's no longer really necessary. I mean, I guess if you want Inspiring Presence early on, you can include her. We've got the Shadow Seer, which now has Outflank at level 9, so pretty solid tanky psyker there. And then this guy is the main damage dealer. This Farseer is crazy, and it now has Warp Surge, although I do not have it unlocked, sadly. Yeah, this thing does crazy amounts of damage, and Warp Surge actually works well with Eldrad as well. Got the Warlock Skyrunner with a Psychic Link in there, and just the birds for some extra defense. So let's go ahead and deploy, and we'll see, hopefully, I really just want to see Eldrad, mainly, and how much damage he can do. I mean, in the past it was pretty ridiculous, but I think it's even crazier now that he has the dual traits. Alright, we're up against the Avatar Khaine with only 4 bodyguards. So, well, in this case, the Incarn will be like the perfect counter, I think, because we're going Psychic, but we can counter with a massive melee attack. Let's see, I think we'll drop the dual trait one, the Shadow Seer. And then, okay, well, they got Fear. Let's see if this Farseer has the damage output to take down something with Fear in one turn. So he's at 77, I think it... Oh, wow, they have the Incarn. Okay, mirror match here. This is like the deck that I just played as. Okay, well, this will be quite interesting, I think. Here we go. Once again, Eldrad's special rule. It increases the psychic attack. Each subsequent attack is stronger. So the first one, in this case, only doing the normal amount of damage. Farseer is going to be the strongest and zaps that guy in one hit. Alright, and I guess their warlord is going to be deploying now. Are they going to have the Solitaire? Yes, they are. Alright, this is... Oh, wow, okay. This is just what I played as, and now we're on the receiving end, so this is going to be pretty painful, I think. We did hit him with the outflank, so that was actually pretty timely. Ooh, Incarn just goes down in one hit. Uh-oh. And the Solitaire is getting the... Yikes, this is painful, but I think we're okay. Will they actually be able to kill the Incarn, though? Next turn is the question. I mean, I do want to get Eldrad out on the field. Gotta be careful, don't really want to kill. Did you see that 223 damage from that Farseer? That was pretty nuts. I mean, I actually have a big enough melee attack that I can take out the Avatar in the next turn, I think. But yeah, we're gonna go with this. Gonna put the birds down on their turn. And then we're gonna finish with Eldrad to see just how much damage he can do. Oh, wow, okay. That was a lot more damage than I was expecting. I was about to say, like, the Incarn is a Psyker, so, you know, it combos with Eldrad's Psychic Link. But fortunately, we did have one more Psyker in reserve, so we will get the full boost from the Psychic Link here. That was pretty scary to face, though. You know, this 2 avatars on the field. Alright, let's see how much damage these guys can do now. Eldrad is now dealing 194 damage, and it's going to get boosted by his special rule, so... how much of a boost is it? 30%? So yeah, that's about 260. So yeah. Not too shabby. Again, that's not really the ideal build. Having the Incarn against a melee deck was really good in that situation, but in most cases, it's not going to be the best option. But yeah, that is a look at some of the new Eldari legendaries. Overall, in the Eldari roster, they don't actually have a whole lot of legendaries. There are a lot of epics, but I don't have many of them at a high enough level for them to unlock their secondary traits. As for ranged builds, I mean, obviously the Crimson Hunter is insane now with Precision Shot. The thing combos very well with Zephyr Blade, but also Lilith, which is, yeah, that thing is going to be insane with Lilith. And then Malgan Ra is also amazing with Barrage, so he's got a Precision Barrage. This guy is nuts, but again, at a lower level, so I cannot use that at the moment. But yeah, that's the Eldari for you. I'll continue to do more of these videos, showcasing more of these dual trait cards, so keep an eye out for that. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.